Talk with Frema. So today we have on our all-male panel. I do apologize for the delay, but things happen. It's things we can't control. So there's no need to get upset by it. So anywho, I am going to allow the guests to introduce themselves. So we'll start with you, sir. You can tell us who you are and a little bit about yourself if you choose to do so.
Yeah, my name is Brandon. I'm originally from Orangeburg, live in Columbia now. A little bit about me, I kind of like dabbling in every aspect of entrepreneurship, so I definitely enjoy doing that. So I have a couple of businesses going on.
Okay, well, welcome and thank you for coming on. I appreciate it, Brandon. You said Brandon, right?
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Stacy?
Hey, I'm Stacy Dukes. I'm Odyssey Group, the founder of Odyssey Group. That's one of the businesses that I do. Also, I'm an entrepreneur. I do home renovations and other businesses and explore a lot of other things. So, just the hometown guy. Just keeping it simple. Yeah, that's about it.
Well, thank you, Stacy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Lawrence Hayes. Everybody knows me as Chopz. Well, I'm not originally from Orangeburg. I'm actually originally from New Jersey, but I've been here long enough to say I'm from Orangeburg. But I am an entrepreneur as well. I'm affiliated with the Odyssey Group with Stacy. I'm also have a business in logistics. So when it comes to trucking, freight carrying, all that, anything under that umbrella. So.
Well, welcome, guys. And the reason I did an all-male audience is because I think it's time for us to pick your brains. A lot of women have a lot of questions, and we just want y'all to be upfront and honest so we can get some feedback and kind of see what's going on in the world today when it comes to men. The chivalry is gone. Aside. So a few questions came to me, and one of the questions is why most men can't handle what they dish out. If a woman do the things that they do to her, they would not be able to handle it if it was reciprocated. So why do you feel like, or anyone is welcome to speak, that when someone does something to a male that they've done to the woman, they can't handle it? Are y'all more emotional than y'all portray to be? And when I say you, I don't mean you specifically, but just in general. Are men more emotional than women because they can't handle what we dish out?
Who want to go first?
I can go first. But, well, I think the reason from a male aspect is because of the simple fact that when it comes to dealing with the opposite sex or being in a relationship, it's kind of like it's like a power thing. So when a man kind of lose that ground, it hits different. And I say this, and I give it to women. Women are they handle pain. They handle they just handle that kind of stuff, better than men. They're built for it. Women go through a lot. You see a lot of single mothers. You see a lot of battered wives. You see a lot of that. You don't really see many guys in those kind of situations. So yeah, it's going to hit a guy different, and is really a crushing ego blow when it comes to something like that. So yeah, they can't take what they dish.
Yeah, I mean, the male ego is fragile. Pretty much, that's what it is. That's what it boils down to.
Okay, so the male ego is fragile. We should walk on eggshells and not do what y'all do to us, basically, because we handle more than y'all.
Right, absolutely.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay, well that was interesting, and I like how you explained that, Chopz. Didn't look at it that way, but I mean, I guess in reality we do handle a lot of things, so that's why we can handle more than you can. All right. Okay, so a man can list all the things he wants in a woman, but when he gets it, he still have need for other women. Some men, of course. What's missing? So you can manifest this woman into your life. You can say, I want a woman that has this, that, and the third. She has an education. She take care of children, or she may not even have kids. But then you get this woman, and it's still something that stray you away, or you get a wandering eye, or you still cheat. So if you got everything you want, what would cause a man to still go out there and kind of do what he wants to do?
Well, it depends on what type of man that you get. There's some men who are satisfied with their significant other. There are some men that thirst for a little bit more. They know what they want, but really they don't. If a man, I won't say a person, if a man hasn't really found themselves, then how he gonna find somebody?
Right. Very true.
That's basically,
it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
So that's basically, they need to love self first. They need to know exactly.
They gotta know who they are first. They gotta know.
In order for the relationship to be successful.
And kind of to elaborate on that, if certain men, not all men, certain men get their mind out of that caveman state, or that.
When you say caveman, what do you mean?
Caveman, as in men are territorial. Men are territorial. It's more of quantity, not quality.
Right.
Okay.
So it depends on that in your life.
Yeah, so that's how I put all of that under that umbrella of caveman.
Okay.
Like that's just right. That that's just a bad mentality to have. Once they have that that kind of perception out their head, or just diminish it, then when they have that person that pretty much covers all aspects of what they appreciate.
Right. I gotta agree with Chopz on this one, because like when we were younger, it was all about quantity, like you were saying. And I think it's just one of those things where when men are younger, I have a younger mindset. It's more of a game to us, versus once you get to that point to where you're ready to settle, your mind settle, and once you become real with yourself and know who you are, like I said before, then you kind of look at what you really do. And we are more territorial than women. So again, going back to your first question, it's more of an ego thing, to where it hurts and hits different when we have the same thing done to us, because that's a mentality that our grandfathers and fathers gave us, because we do know that time is different now. We were the breadwinners, we were the head of the house. So having that position, that's like you having a supervisor or a boss on the job. Yeah, don't do as I do, as I say. So the same perspective goes with the males. If he's have that type of mindset. Mm-hmm. So it's different situations for different men. It depends on where that man is like.
That's someone actually asked a question like that, and I think y'all already answered it, but I'm just going to say the question since it was sent. Let's see. Why do men measure the amount of women they sleep with for their success instead of measuring their work, buying a home, money, etc.? So I think that's kind of what y'all were touching on. quantity over quality because of the whole ego thing. So I think that kind of answered the question, which is sad.
It is.
Because who are you really doing that for? I mean, is it bragging rights? Yeah, I slept with this many women. I got this many women. I don't understand it.
It's
amongst men.
right.
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 So that's a conversation that, not saying now, of course, but
Yeah.
that's a conversation
Absolutely.
about how many people.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
We never had that. Well, we women too.
Yeah, I mean,
So we never had that conversation.
Yeah,
Okay.
women have their women talks. Guys have their guy talks.
Okay.
Right.
So
And that's how we measure who we are at that time.
Wow.
Yeah. So sometimes it is probably best to get with a more experienced man that's been through the trenches versus one.
That's why you say that. And
Because
just real
it's-
quick before you answer that,
Okay.
can the ones viewing, can y'all hear us pretty good? I know we have a little noise in the back because we get ready for you. They can hear us. Thank you, Chopz. I appreciate it. All right, Stacy. So go ahead with what you were about to say. I hope I didn't cut off your train of thought.
And this is the younger mindset.
Uh-huh.
Now, I can only speak for myself and my peers and how we collectively handle these situations. It seemed like the more quantity we got, the more clout we got. I mean, you see it whenever you see, whenever you turn on your social media, your televisions, or whatever, these actors, athletes, prominent people. We as men, we all thrive on what we can get or what we possess, whether it's more money, more women, more of anything. That's who we are. That's how we were built. That's how we basically was taught. You have more of this, then you're better than the next person.
Wow. And some people just don't let go of the mentality of the woman side of having how many women. They just can't let it go.
It's almost like an addiction sometimes. It's almost like it's just like everything else. It becomes a routine. It becomes like it kind of becomes like a drug.
Right.
And sometimes you kind of have to hit rock bottom, as in having the situation that you brought up in your first question. When a woman does it to you, when it hits
some of y'all need that.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then when we look at our women, as a precious commodity. We don't want nobody tampering with it. Kind of like if, your children, your daughter, whatever, like, nah, okay. All access, all that's good till it comes to my woman.
Right.
So it's more of a pride thing for the man. It's more of pride. And once that's been damaged or tainted, things don't be the same again.
So would you say it's fair to say some men may get a number, may try to pursue a woman just to see if they still got it, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything?
Oh, yeah.
Y'all saying like, yeah, that's cool. Do that.
Yeah, but see, I mean, that's the thing. Women do it too. I mean,
We don't do it to see if we still got it. We know we got it if we doing it.
Y'all got movies about it. Stella got her groove back. That's
not the same scenario. She was not. Most of y'all do that. And again, when I say y'all, I'm not speaking, but most of y'all do that, and y'all have someone at home. Stella didn't have anybody.
But it's just so. But that's the thing. It's different. It's different when you follow up stuff, because I mean, there's a lot of attractive women, there's a lot of attractive guys, and people, people throw bait, people,
right.
People get hollered at, sometimes it's like, oh, I'm flattered, but on the flip side, I can't go no further with this because I got somebody at home.
Right.
It's just what do you do when the ball is in your court when it comes to that? And some guys like, oh, I'm gonna take it and run with it, even though I got a woman
Right.
at home. And some just like, well, leave it right there, leave it right where it was because they got a woman at home. So,
And a lot of people get comfortable in their relationships. And when I say that,
That's so true.
You're not dressing like how you used to
Yep.
dress.
You're not.
You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? You don't put
The
on
same way I got him, it's the same things I need to keep.
Because no one goes on at home
Yeah.
on how they attack the outside.
I'm gonna take it to something not as serious real quick, since Brandon kind of went there. How do y'all feel about bonnets? How do y'all feel? I mean, you know, some women wear that when they go to bed, you know, if they get their hair done or something like that. But how do you feel about the ones that wear it all day or may run to the store with a bonnet on or something of that sort? Do y'all feel that's like just a no, or you wouldn't want your woman to go out looking like that?
I mean, I personally don't like it.
Me either.
You know,
I mean, the same with myself too. I mean, I feel as though that if you have any sense of beauty, inner beauty, show it at some point in time.
Right.
I'm not saying that, you know, we go to bed at night, or
That's
you know,
different.
preparing to, go out to work or outing or just go to your local Walmart or whatever.
Right.
But when you have that on 24/7, I mean, we as men, I would say as a real man, you kind of look at that a little different. Like, when does this end?
And why did it start?
It's more like when you make it a habit.
Yeah.
Right. I think the women that does that, they have a different mindset as well.
I totally agree with that. I really do. I just wanted to throw that in there because I always wanted to get a male perspective on the bonnet because I'm against it.
Well, I mean, it depends on what kind of dude you're talking about, or man.
Boy.
I mean, I'll let you say that. I can't
Right,
say that.
right, yeah. we kind of watch what we're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. Would any one of you, or just speaking in general, feel less of a man if your woman made more money than you?
No, absolutely not. No.
Okay, good. Because I've heard quite a few individuals say they would feel some type of way about it, and I don't know why. I couldn't wrap my brain around it.
Yeah, I can see why, because if you, like the household I came up under, my father took care of the bills and everything else. My mother worked up until a certain point, and then my father took over from there. But today, we do know women are thriving more than ever, especially our black women.
Absolutely.
So opportunities sometimes may shift to where she gets the better occupation or the better income, but as long as you support, then I mean, you should never feel less of a man or out of character because she does. But as a man, still continue to thrive and do more to try to either match or do better. So we as men, we can't quit or just be comfortable in
Right.
the situation. Now, I do have a problem if you're content with it and not trying to do more. But if that's what the circumstances is, and you're trying and you got a little side hustle or whatever, you're trying to do things, then I feel as though it's cool.
And when sometimes when a guy can feel, a man can feel insecure when a woman possibly throws that weight around.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
That's when it becomes.
Yeah, that's when it becomes a problem.
Becomes an issue because I mean, every guy is going to have some insecurities when it comes to that situation. But some guys can hide it and stuff like that because of the simple fact that the woman is not throwing that power around because they understand this is a team. We're a team.
Absolutely.
We're a team. So in some aspects, to me, a lot of people look at a relationship, oh, it's supposed to be 50-50. I don't think so. Because it depends on the situation. Some situations is going to be 80-20, 90-10, 45-55 when it comes to the situation. But as long as we together get to that 100,
Right.
and we have an understanding that if you do more, that doesn't make you no better than me. Everything will run smooth.
And it's all about communication
Mm-hmm.
and understanding. Yeah.
I gotta have
Okay,
a
go ahead. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I disagree with that. I think 50-50, when you say that, what does the 50-50, what you talking about? In what regard? 50-50?
I'm gonna say it comes, like I said, it becomes due to the situation. Like due to the situation, it might be she makes more, she makes more money, so she can handle more of the bills or something like that. Or when it comes to fixing stuff in the house,
Right.
I'm more of, I could do 90% to your 10, but it just depends on it's different situations that causes the fluctuation of the fluctuation of who's gonna end up doing more.
What I disagree at is when it comes to 50-50, it doesn't always mean financial.
Right. Absolutely.
I think 50-50 is an overall effort. And as long as I'm giving 100 and she's giving 100, that's my 50 and that's her 50 to make our 100. So
It's kind of. It feel like we're saying the same thing.
From any
No, but when you put them numbers into it, like, okay, I give 90 and she gives 10, it's like, that's like if you go to church and when you give a person that give $20 in tithe versus a person that gives $1,000 in tithe, that person that gave 10, that's maybe all they could give.
Right.
Versus the person that's doing $1,000, they probably just giving a portion.
But see, those two people in that scenario, those two people, they're not a team. They're not a team. You're just talking about two separate individuals.
I'm talking two separate individuals, but when you're in a.
But I'm
just saying when you're in a relationship, you're two separate people to
become one.
Right. So when you have the mentality, okay, I'm gonna give 90, you give 10, you're not gonna appreciate that as much.
I see where you're coming at. I see where you're coming at as in a mind state.
Right.
The mind state is 50-50.
Right.
But I guess I'm looking at it different as
we're doing math.
When it comes to certain situations, I might not be able to do as much as you because I'm not experienced.
But like he was saying earlier, I think he's saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, okay, she makes more than me, hypothetically speaking. She may pay more of the bills. However, I'm good with my hands. I'm gonna do the equal amount of stuff as I can in the experience that I have experienced stuff in. Is that kind of what you're saying? Like I'm gonna pick up my weight another way.
Right, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Like helping the kids with the homework.
Yeah, exactly.
Taking them to school while I'm doing my hustle.
Right.
Whatever else the case is like that. I'm doing stuff that you can't do because of time.
Exactly.
Right. It's almost like having a basketball team. You have your center, you have your guard, and all that stuff. Your guard can't do what a center do. So, but the guard is going to make up the difference in that 100. If you understand, that's the purpose of a team. Everybody do their part.
Everybody do their part.
Everybody do their part.
If everybody do their part, then it's all good.
Mm-hmm. So it's like we kind of saying the same thing, but we saying it different.
Okay, I just for the viewers out there, I just wanted to make they want you to be like, okay, if I give this much, then it's about the appreciation at the end of the day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm never going to.
And more so the respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to say, since you give 90, I'm going to give 10. No,
I hope you weren't saying that.
No, okay.
Is that what you thought, Stacy? You thought he was saying that?
Well, some, and I'm talking about men measure things. Everything is financial. Everything. They may not do this and that, and I know some women like they got $1 million dude at the house, but they gonna deal with the $10 dude in the street because that respect and that lack of attention and stuff that she needs.
Yeah.
So all of it is a collaboration. It's not all about the financial part.
yeah.
But it's all about the camaraderie of the relationship and what you build together.
Absolutely.
So I mean that's okay. My bad. If I
I think we all agree.
Okay.
We all agree. So this is to switch it up a little bit. Would you tell your partner their sex is boring? Would you have that conversation? I don't think I can. Honestly, I don't think I can.
I mean, there's ways you can say it without saying
it. Absolutely.
Yeah. And just assist with the situation. Just bring things to the table.
Mm-hmm.
If you dealt with a very experienced man, just like a woman.
Yeah.
Just don't be comfortable in doing the same thing as all the time.
Got you.
And then one thing about the bedroom, it's not what goes on in the bedroom, as my experience is what happens before the bedroom that makes the whole experience better.
Okay.
So
so you kind of build up to it.
Yeah, sex is to me is 80% mental, 20% physical.
Okay.
And it's the chemistry because
It's
you're
chemistry.
a woman. You can be with one guy, and he's the best in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But that same guy can go to another female, or he ain't this, he ain't that, or whatever. It's about the chemistry that you have.
I strongly agree with
and everybody is not meant to have the same chemistry, So, I mean, with that, what's boring?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you basically just have to work with your partner. When I personally tell my partner that there's bedroom action is boring, there's ways.
There's ways around. Yeah. There's ways to get things accomplished without hurting somebody's feelings.
Exactly.
You look like you want to say something over there.
I mean, you can always. I mean, that's the thing. Is you can always coach. You can always coach your partner into certain things. Like you can kind of like just guide your partner into things, and vice versa. So I guess that when you have that, if you have that mental communication, verbal communication is all good, but if you have that mental communication, like you can speak to, if you can speak to your partner with your mind, and you have that understanding, and they could be across the room.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's when you know you have chemistry.
Yeah, that's when you know you got that one too.
Right. And every person is different.
Right.
What satisfies one woman or one man may not work with the next.
Right.
So what satisfied the previous person may not satisfy the present person.
Absolutely.
So there's ways to where you think you're doing something, but you really ain't. So take the initiative to bring things to the table. I'm pretty sure that man or that woman won't deny it.
Right.
Like, oh, okay. If they're really into you, if they really want to make it work.
Exactly. It is something I want to bring up that's not on the list, but I do see a lot of this on posts. I probably posted it before, and just having conversations with females. And it's a funny post, a mean post, but it's true. The men want the roses now. They want the flowers sent to them. They want, like, what's gone wrong to where men do not like to, they'll pursue a woman, but they don't want to treat the woman like a lady. They don't want to do the dates. They don't want to, you can, what you're doing all day long, text message, calling on the phone, but, what happened? Why? I mean, is it a competition? You make more than me, I make more than you. You should have came for the date.
It's time.
Times are different. Times are different. Everybody is.
We're sorry. Let's let.
I'm sorry, Brandon.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No. I mean, that's good. I'm just saying it's just the times change. You got, not any of the music, but listen to what Megan Thee Stallion is saying. You know what I'm saying? That's what's out.
That's not
That's
important.
but that's what's going on.
That's like the BS I post on Facebook all day. Are they going to take that serious?
Yeah.
Why?
A lot of people they take it serious
Because social media is
So I got about
serious.
5 boyfriends leave it up to my post on Facebook.
They probably do.
Everybody do.
You probably got more than that.
They killed the chivalry and everything. It's all about what can you do for me? How much money
See, that's
you got?
the problem.
That's
not
really
the
what it's
problem.
about.
The problem is some men portray that image and don't have it. I need to know if I ever ask that question. If I ever ask that question, I need to know up front because I know what I'm capable of doing for you. I need to know that you're capable of doing it for me. It's not that I'm saying, oh, I need to make sure you got all this, that, and the third. I just need to make sure we're equally yoked. What's wrong with asking those questions? But now I'm going to go there. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm asking those upfront questions.
See, that's you too. Not every woman thinks like that. Not all of them are like that.
But y'all treat us like the others because we ask those type of questions. You see what I'm saying?
I can't
I
say
stumped
that.
them ladies.
Yeah,
I
that's a good one.
stumped them
Yeah, that's a good
ladies.
You ain't stop me from saying, I'm just trying to answer this very delicate as I can.
No, be blunt. Say it.
If we get around, we get around.
Yeah.
Just say it.
But your first impression is your last impression.
Which I don't agree with, but that's a next panel discussion.
Really?
I'm so serious. I'm so serious.
Okay, but I'm saying this like,
Okay.
okay, for instance, if I met you here, what would be your first reaction to me? Hello.
Okay, now you're saying like, let's just role play.
Yeah.
Are we met each other here, or we already knew we were meeting each other here? Was this like how?
Whatever initiated. the
Okay,
question.
got you. So
Yeah.
we met each other here. By the way, we're at Brooklyn Restaurant and Lounge, 1575. Y'all come watch the Super Bowl with us tonight. Have some fun, food, drinks. Okay, so I met you here. You pursue me at the bar.
Right.
You seem a little cool. I'm asking you, what do you do for a living? The question that I brought up as far as not saying what you can do for me, but along those same lines, would not come up until a little later because I'm already intrigued because you're getting my conversation. But I'm not going to waste too much of my time without knowing your capabilities.
Right. You feel.
So, yeah. So here it's probably not going to be brought up. But later on, if we're speaking a week, 2 weeks, and then, it's like, okay, let's cut to the chase. What do you have going on? Scenario. Let's say I was in Walmart, Stacy, and we went to Walmart together. I don't know. And I left my purse at home. Would you be able $15? Dang it, I left my card. Or darn, I don't got no cash. I don't know what happened. Would you be able to come out your pocket and just say, here, I got it, you just get it back later, or whatever? Some men can't even do that much. You see what I'm saying? So it's just that minor because we have so many men out here that can't even do that. That don't even have $15 in their pocket. I'm not about to waste my time with you.
I agree.
You could kind of figure that out.
Within a 2 week.
Right.
Within the
How?
3 minutes.
Within
you can
3
figure out-
minutes.
No, you cannot.
Yes, you
So
can.
tell us, school the ladies, how can we figure that out within 3 minutes? Because if I look at Chopz, and I could be wrong, I don't know what Chopz got going on, but I'm looking at him like, okay, he got money. And I could be dead wrong and he ain't got nothing. So how am I going to be able to tell that in 3 minutes at the bar talking to you because you paid the tab, so you and your boys, that probably was your whole life savings. You probably got a quick come up that wasn't a lot.
If I could pick up a tab, I know I can $15. I mean,
I know what's happening. Because some people got a club budget, and that's it.
Thank you. That's my point.
Yeah, but it depends on your conversation. It's up to the woman to figure out what he have, and it's not all about money all the time.
No,
You have any assets?
but damn it, it is right now at my age.
See,
I need to be able to take me to dinner. I love burgers. I love burgers. That's my favorite food. Can you even afford to take me to get burgers?
As you get older,
Right.
you deserve that.
Yes.
Thank you.
But then
Right.
I guess it's the
But
type
it's
of
the
men.
it's the conversation,
too.
and you know, can't really break no codes, you know. But
Why not? That's why.
no,
That's not
no.
fair.
Well, we gonna
We done
give
broke
you
a lot of codes already.
no. We'll
No,
give
y'all
you what the
did.
cliff notes, but we can't. You
I
know,
love that.
yeah, we can't give you everything now.
I
But
thought I
you
was getting everything today.
know, no, you get the cliff notes
Yeah,
version.
yeah.
But it's your conversation. It's up to the female.
Is it the delivery, or it's?
I would give this up to the women. A woman has that ability to see through a man than a man can see through a woman.
If the man is transparent and being up.
He worked for him. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Whatever
right.
the case is. So when I'm saying that to say this is what the woman sees versus what is really there. So you have to really school yourself in what to actually look for.
Okay,
What
I can answer that now.
wasn't y'all taught when y'all was young? Look at the man's shoes.
I don't believe that because he could just be getting off work and came here just to get a drink.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but younger, I did hear that.
Okay.
But where I am in life, if I didn't have a conversation with neither one of you, however you both offered a drink or what have you, let's say from the first conversation, which may not be much. Okay, Chopz, no disrespect. I did flashy and I didn't like it, so I'm gonna try something new. And that's just where I am in life right now.
Okay.
So yeah, it'll be a Stacy for me. Only because of the flashiness in the past that I dealt with that did not work. So yeah, I am holding my past, against what I could have in my future, but I'm gonna try something new. Yeah. Until we have those conversations. Now, if I'm talking to both of you for the next 2 weeks and realize, I don't know, maybe I do want flashy and he can hold it down as far as what I'm looking for. Does that make sense?
Right. Well, I mean, you shouldn't, ladies, you shouldn't go off of what
You
somebody
should
got
not
on flash.
go. That's what I'm saying. That's
The richest person in the room is
exactly.
not necessarily
That's why I said
It's never
right.
flash.
It's never the flashy. That's why I said where I am now, I'm not going after flashy.
Right.
And we're not talking about
We're not saying about Chopz. I know we ain't saying that.
That I'm just
we're not
saying,
talking about you.
I'm trying something a little different. I'm not going off of what I see.
Right.
I need to go off.
This doesn't have
Nothing to do with you.
Right.
We're just saying. I just
We
gave
know
an
you
example.
got it, Chopz.
Yeah.
Listen, I just,
You can afford to be flashy.
with me,
Now, see,
I'm
women
who
don't go in
listen,
Chopz inbox.
I'm who I am. I'm who I am. I'm who I am, but I'm humble with it. I don't. You are nobody. You are no. Hey, you or nobody can say.
Is he humble?
Hey,
I'm still there.
you. But let's say you or nobody else can say that Chopz, Lawrence Hayes is an arrogant person.
I've never gotten that off you, Chopz.
But ask social media though. I mean, I know you. He knows you.
I've never gotten that off you, Chopz.
Ask social media though. I mean, I know you don't. It doesn't. It's neither here or there.
I've never
with
gotten
that situation. But I'm saying, I mean, there's some people that may make the difference
because of social media.
Because of social media, but
because
it's
they don't know.
That's the thing. Like I get that a lot.
Okay.
That's the thing. I get that. I know what the playing field is. I know that.
So people call you arrogant?
No. They come at me as if I'm arrogant. They judge me before they know me.
Oh, got you.
So it's like they come at me like, oh, I think you're gonna be conceited and stuff like that. But when they have the conversation, you get at ease, and it's like, I never thought of you this way.
You're right. I know Lawrence.
Yeah. You
Lawrence.
See.
Not Chopz right now, Lawrence. I never thought that about you because I raised you, bro. I raised you, little bro. He just took this way. I kind of took this way, but we're still the same. No matter what. Yeah. We.
So why do y'all think people take social media so serious? Why is it not used as entertainment? And that's what it is.
It should be.
A lot of people don't have nothing else better to do.
Right. I believe if you took Facebook down for about a week, I guarantee some people can suicide.
No.
Yeah. Is that serious? Is that serious?
Ain't no way.
Some people could check
no,
their Facebook.
No, I mean, I wouldn't say no. But it'd be some serious situations.
Yeah, right. For real.
I would say suicide.
Well,
they'll be very damaged.
Right. Really.
Why? I need some elaboration on this.
Let me tell you something. Like on Facebook, you can be whoever you want to be.
Oh, you can portray the image.
Right. Yeah. So therefore,
Oh,
taking something that a platform we never had before, it's detrimental because some people is nothing without the book. Like, okay, like for me, like he never be on Facebook. I be on Facebook for maybe to pay homage or promotion for what I do. He's Facebook.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you got 3 different levels of social media. Right. So the thing is that it will hurt him more than it hurt me, but it'll hurt me more than it hurt him.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So it depends on what level it is, and you use it as a platform. You know what I'm saying? So it depends. Some people got to be nosy. I mean, we're nosy by nature.
You know something so crazy? I don't, as people say, lurk. You know how people go on people's page and look? I don't do that. If it's not on my timeline, I don't see it.
Right.
So, I've got questioned before. You don't like anything. If it's not on my timeline, I'm not going to your Facebook page to find it.
Absolutely.
I'm not doing that.
I'm not
doing that.
And that's how I am too. If it's not in black and white now, I'm not gonna search it peer through. I get that a lot. Like you heard about
that too, huh?
Like you heard about this? It was on Facebook.
I didn't see it.
But yeah, I think a lot of people's lives are built around social media. Mm-hmm. So when you take that aspect away, you take a vital part. You take a good chunk of their lifeline out. Because
how do you feel about your spouses, your partners being on Facebook like me and Chopz? Like, how would you feel knowing that your other half is a Facebook junkie?
Right, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, I use Facebook just for business purposes. That's mainly if I'm on Facebook, that's all it's for. But I don't think you should involve your whole life.
Laying in bed, I'm on Facebook.
Right,
You're laying next to me. Is that a problem?
Yeah. Go to sleep Facebook, wake up Facebook.
Now, I don't wake up Facebook. I wait, I get dressed and stuff.
No, I mean, it depends
it
depends on who you are. You know, when Facebook first came out, I was overseas. And, it was the best way for me to connect with my peers.
I never got on Facebook until like 2007, 8. I was very late. My best friend begged me to get on.
That was still early, right?
Oh, that was still early.
Yeah, that was still early because it was really for the colleges then, college students.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a couple of my friends was on Facebook. That was on Facebook. Everybody on Facebook now. I'm surprised my mom. She 87 years old. I'm surprised she ain't got one. Like she don't have one. But back then,
2015. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Oh, 2015. Oh, yeah, you were late. Yeah, but the thing is that for me, it was the best way for me to communicate with my peers back in the States.
Okay.
And in the beginning, when more of my friends came in, I really started interacting more and more. But then, as I got older, I got a little bit more private. And I'm like, sounds like, well, people ain't got to know everything about me.
Right.
So it was just working more to my advantage. And as I got older, I was like, you know what? I really don't care what people think about me or what they see what's going on in my life. That's just not who I am.
Right, absolutely.
But now, for some people, that's the way they express themselves. You know, and it's nothing wrong with that because, I mean,
because now you got more people that are able to judge you. And when I say able, it's because you're putting it out there.
Right.
So you got to be able to take it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right. And nothing is what it seems on Facebook.
Absolutely. Say that again.
Nothing is what it seems on Facebook.
How you say it? Almost like when you meet a person, you meet the person.
You meet their representative.
You meet their representative. Facebook is like another representative.
Yeah.
Well, social media pretty much if you're on Instagram, Snapchat, all that, that's a representative of the person that you are. But some people just don't take it past what they see on social media.
I mean, it got to the point of like, what people are getting rich off of social media. Like, what is the social media influencer? Like, a lot of people are doing it.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm like, what?
That's crazy.
They're making millions of dollars.
They're making millions of dollars. It's crazy. I'm gonna do one more question, and then we're gonna wrap it up because we did start kind of late. I do apologize, you guys. Had a rough weekend. Let's put it that way. So, tired today. I just can't get it together, but gotta stay strong. Gotta do what you gotta do. So I'm gonna ask one more question. Let's see. Okay, this one is kind of, and it's probably something no one ever asked you guys. How do you trust us with your life? Meaning, how do you allow your significant other, your spouse, your partner, whatever, to trust you with your life? Meaning, make sure you take your medicine, or I don't know, eat from us, but you don't trust us with your money. As far as, I guess, handling the finances at home, I don't know what they mean by this question, but that's how I'm taking it. You don't trust us to know, or is that something we should not know as your other? Should we know what each other has?
I mean, I don't see how I can be with somebody that I don't trust with finances. It just depends on the level.
You're there for convenience.
Right.
Oh.
I don't know why we together then if I can't trust you with my finances.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just based on the level of, the level of, being in what kind of ties you have. Some people can just be, friends, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband and wife. I mean, it's just levels to it. I'm not gonna be with somebody I'm kicking it with and trusting with my family. Or anything like that.
It just depends on what's the level of the relationship.
What's the level? So they didn't specify, but So if it's a girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, I can understand it.
Yeah, let's say if y'all living together.
Marriage, living together.
That's right, and if you don't trust them with your finance, then
it's convenient.
as a man, it's basically for convenience because I mean,
that was the purpose of this conversation. So people, they ask questions and they're able to see it from different perspectives.
Yeah, if they have to go to their mom or sister or somebody outside of you to handle their financial situation, they're not happy, and it's just for convenience, and you're both wasting your time because life goes on, and the thing is, our window, believe it or not, as adults, gets shorter every day.
Yeah,
it gets shorter every day. So I don't see the sense of it.
Okay, I got one more question. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
How would you handle a situation when your partner child is being disrespectful towards you?
first gotta, address the partner.
Right.
Just let them
To
know
make
about
sure they handle it. Like, well, you
Right.
got to do something with him.
it. Yeah. And
Oh, so it's a him?
I don't know.
Yeah, you just want to make sure if it's a him or a her.
I don't know.
Different ways to handle it.
Right. Hopefully they can, they can address it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
If not, then got to put hands on them.
Nah.
Nah, it's playing this way.
Well, no, I mean, it depends on the mother's mindset. If you can talk to her and get permission to talk to him, that'll be the biggest problem solver, of that situation. But if she's not, if she's reluctant into you doing that, then you're gonna always have a problem.
Absolutely.
So you gotta look at that situation. Do I need
I
to
will
be here?
remove myself from the situation
not.
personally.
Yeah,
So,
you're gonna have to. You pretty much gonna have to open all areas of communication when it comes to everybody, the child, the mother,
right.
the self.
Because it starts with the mother.
Yeah,
The mother
I agree.
can demand the child to respect.
Absolutely.
The significant
I look at
other.
my kids a certain way and they already know.
Right.
So, yeah, it starts there.
Yeah, it starts with the mother, so it's on them.
Okay.
It's on them.
Okay, this is the last one. Okay, so someone said men used to open doors for women, pay bills, fix things, pump gas. All women had to do was take care of the kids, the household. But now women do all of the above. So why do men expect the royal treatment? So I'm gonna change this up a little bit. So we can do as much as y'all do. We probably can make as much as you guys make, pump on gas, cook, hell. We probably can change some oil or a tire if we have to. So why do we have to put men on, and I don't want to say a platform, but what makes y'all men, aside from the thing between y'all legs, if we're doing just as much as y'all do?
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm coming
It
right
seemed like
behind
you already knew what I was
I'm
about to
gonna
say.
come right behind you.
Because
It's
y'all a
coming
man.
from me because I'm putting you on the platform. Because I'm not going to expect you to give me the royal treatment, and I'm not going to give you. The royal
Okay, that's fair.
So
Because you're going to be handling your business. So
right.
okay.
I'm gonna put you on this pedestal for being the woman that you are and stuff like that. So I'm not going to expect something that I'm not going to get.
Okay.
So I mean that's basically it with me. I'm gonna treat you like a queen. So I expect you to treat me like a king.
Okay. Oh, I got another question too. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Stacy. Right?
Repeat that question one more time.
Yeah.
Okay, basically, we can do as much as you guys do. Let's say we're in a relationship. Okay, you can pump gas, wash, whatever. I can do the same exact things that you're doing. The only difference, or I am. Let's say I am. Let's say I'm reciprocating every piece of energy that you're feeding to me, from gifts, from washing the car, anything. What makes you get the royal treatment, or what makes me look at you and say, oh, you're the man, or this is my man, I'm going to, and I hate to say respect him, because we should respect each other, but what is going to make me respect you more, being that we're doing the same thing besides what's between your legs? Why should I respect you if I'm doing equal?
Right. For one, if you're a God-fearing woman or a woman of the Lord, you're supposed to.
Just because you're a man.
I mean, it's
That's what it
biblically
boils down
written. No, it's biblically written. But if that man didn't give you no other inclination not to respect him, then why not put him on a pedestal? Or he's gonna put you on a pedestal, so why you can't do that for him? Just because you do the same exact thing that he does. Because if you don't do it, you won't have nobody successful. Trust me.
Okay.
If a man appreciates
Not a man.
everything, if a man appreciates everything you do, even if it's something that he can do, why not?
Okay, that's fair. I'm not arguing with that.
Right,
That's fair.
right. I mean,
Why
it's a
not?
biblical
That's what it
law.
boils down to. Why
And
not?
I know we get away from that when it comes to relationships, because there's a lot of values we don't have. A lot of us probably don't go to church like we should, or whatever, or pray, or whatever else, cases like that. But that stuff is real. You know what I'm saying? That's stuff that we have to encounter in our everyday lives and in relationships. So if we don't practice something that's spiritual, then you'll never have success in your relationship.
Okay. So this is the last. I know I said this, but this is the last question.
No, you good. You good.
Okay. So we're getting to know. We're getting to know one another, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're building a relationship, I guess, but we don't have a title on it. How do y'all feel about titles? Because I feel like some men play over titles. If you're not my girlfriend or my fiance, whatever, my wife, we're technically single.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that gives you or me the impression that we're able to do what we want to do, or is it about a respect thing? Oh, even though we're single, we still should respect each other and kind of like not date other people. Do you see what I'm saying? There's no title there. You're telling me I'm single, Frema. You know, but are you expecting me not to date anyone else? And then if not, how are we going to lead up to a relationship?
Communication.
I don't know if I believe that.
I mean, well, that's the basis of it. If you and Brandon was dating, if you and I was dating, or you and Lawrence was dating, you have that conversation. I'm pretty sure that conversation will come in like after what's the number 3, 4 times in the bed together.
And see, that's what I'm saying. It shouldn't even be that if we're not even in that space.
No, but somebody is going to bring up, whether it's that man. Normally, it's.
I feel like if we cross that line, guess what? You're not single.
I look at it like this.
Okay, then. So you need to express that, but that won't come until a few numbers after, because
So you saying after the first time that
conversation? Never.
Child, TV working to be
the first time.
We got TV working because they tripping. They tripping over here. I got to turn. Okay, that's fine.
I said.
But it's working because they tripping over here. Are you serious? So you think you're supposed to get my booty?
I even like you. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna have to have part 2. So why have sex with somebody you don't like? No, I only have sex with people I like.
Okay.
So maybe that's why it's different for me. Because you're not getting my goodies,
it's
and
different.
we don't like each other.
No. It's a difference between having sex with somebody that you're attracted to and having sex with that you like.
Right.
I might be attracted to you, but I ain't gonna like you.
Right.
That part.
But
you know what I'm saying?
My take on it is, and I'm giving up. Guys.
Give it up.
Men live in what we call the gray area.
And see, I don't have no gray. It's black or white.
See, that's the thing. When you when you allow a gray area to come in, it can lead anywhere. When you allow that gray area, that man can say, "Well,
thank you."
Right.
That's my problem.
So
that's my problem. And then now y'all think I'm pushy.
So from a woman's aspect, I mean, but that's the thing. You
gotta do your job.
You gotta do your job. That's the thing. If you see a gray area forming, you're gonna have to cut it off.
Damn
right. At some point, you're gonna be like, yo,
wait.
Listen, because once you get this, we're together.
What is your intention?
Right.
Like,
don't be like, okay, well,
shoot, I'm not about to get this and still no.
I'm gonna continue to do this.
Mm-hmm. We having that conversation before it happens.
Right, you got to.
I'm telling you now, we cross the line, you're mine.
You gotta communicate.
That's what Stacy meant about communication, right? Communication. If you communicate and don't allow that gray area to come around, it's because it's like, if you ain't gonna say nothing, ain't gonna say nothing.
Exactly.
Oh no, I'm saying something. And see, I'm not backing down because some men like, oh my God, you push you in a relationship. No, that's not what I'm saying.
No, it's not pushing.
That's not what I'm saying.
Look out for you at the end of the day. You gotta look out for you. Now, sometimes, people get together, their emotions get involved, and they become silent. They become silent on that part, but verbal in other parts. They become pushy. Yeah. But they don't have that talk. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to continue to be. Yeah. With that, then it's your fault at the end of the day.
Your fault. You gave it up 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Y'all had this conversation.
Yeah.
Then
you got to have the conversation.
You got to have a conversation, ladies.
Ladies, you got to have the conversation with the man.
Yes.
We giving up a lot of information.
I love it. We got to do a part 2.
Yeah.
I think we didn't. It don't look like we had a lot of viewers. We probably did. They probably go back and watch it because
Right.
normally start
Yeah,
at 4
well,
on
you know,
Sundays.
Super Bowl coming
and
on,
then Super
everybody.
Right.
So I appreciate you guys. I enjoyed it. We definitely have to do this again. I learned a lot, and it made me feel good. And I'm not pushy. I'm doing the right thing when it comes to me.
Anytime.
So regardless of how they feel,
Yeah.
keep
We
my goodness
appreciate
to myself. So you guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure y'all go back and watch this guy talk. They did give up a little bit, ladies. We can learn a little bit from this. We kind of picked their brain, and that was the plan. And we're going to do a part 2 one day soon. So as we always say on Let's Sip and Talk with Frema, peace and love.